things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Good morning and happy July 1st, everyone. This is a live shot from the Eagle County Regional Airport. It looks like they are seeing some sunshine, some nice green grass down there first thing this morning. They've got some really cool new connecting flights, or I shouldn't say connecting flights, I should say one-way flights from here to places like Chicago and so much more. So if you're looking to travel, make sure that you check out the Eagle County Regional Airport. I'm your host for this morning, Maddie Evans, and I'm super excited because we've got such a good show in store for you. And I didn't know that July 1st is National Postal Worker Day. It's also National Creative Ice Cream Flavor Day. So if maybe you're one of those people who's like, I love bacon flavored ice cream, this is your day today to celebrate your love for the bacon flavored ice cream. We've got such a fun show in store for you. Transition Sports is going to be coming in, so maybe you need some new gear, or maybe you want to get rid of some old gear, or maybe you just want to borrow a bike for a day. They're going to come in and give us all of the great information. Betteridge Jewelers, For Eagle Ranch, a wonderful nonprofit here in the Vail Valley that 100% of its proceeds go back into the community, which is absolutely incredible. They're going to be giving us some more information on that, and also some really fun public events that they have coming up. And then we've got the Town of Minturn, so 4th of July. I mean, I can't even believe it. It's right here already. Town of Minturn's coming in to talk about their 4th of July celebration, which is on Friday, so tomorrow. If you're looking for something to do to kick off your weekend of festivities, then you can go to Minturn on Friday, enjoy the Minturn Market Saturday, and then go to Avon Saturday night, and then Vail and Beaver Creek both on Sunday. Things in Vail this year looking just a little bit different, though, with their 4th of July celebration, as the parade is not going to be taking place like it normally does. It's going to be stationary, so all of the floats and everything will be there, but just with the farmers market and all of the kind of moving pieces, they decided to shift it around just a little bit this year. And then Beaver Creek, of course, doing what it always does, having the great concert series and so much more up there, so make sure that you go check out all of the fun 4th of July activities around the valley. But we do want to mention there are no fireworks anywhere right now because we are in that stage 2 fire restriction. And as we're talking about fires, that Sylvan Lake fire up to 50% contained, which is awesome. 425 people are there trying to work on getting this fire put out, which is incredible. And we want to thank all of those first responders. And if you guys are hungry and you're looking for some great food, you first responders out there, make sure that you check out Nap Harvest, because they're giving you guys a special deal for helping put out that fire. They had to evacuate some of their bees, so they're feeling extra grateful that they were able to save all of their bees and that you guys are doing such a fabulous job. We're going to take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to take a look at that local weather forecast, so stay tuned.
I'm Clinton Griffiths, the host of Ag Day Television. Get the latest news about crops, livestock, rural living, and so much more from our award-winning team. Follow the food you eat from the field to the store to your table every day, because what's happening on the farm matters to you and your family. Watch Ag Day weekdays.
Back. Xterra, the world's leading off-road triathlon, returns to Beaver Creek Saturday, July 17th. With sprint and full-distance races for individuals and relay teams. Sign up today at xterraplanet.com and enter TV8 at checkout for an extra 10% off. Live more.
Follow your favorite extreme sports athletes with the Telly Award-winning show, The Line. If you're an adrenaline junkie and need a daily dose of base jumping, skydiving, highlining, biking, kayaking, and more, then look no further. We've got you covered. Catch JT Holmes, Andy Lewis, Cam Zink, and many more extreme sport athletes here on The Line. Check your local listings for more information.
Welcome to Street Magic. I'm Elizabeth Stanton with some of the most terrifying stunts, extraordinary extreme escapes, and the most amazing cutting-edge magicians you'll ever see in one show. Get ready to have your mind turned inside out. The hand is definitely quicker than the eye.
It's fake!
We definitely saw a lot of precipitation last night. I live in West Vail, and I swear it rained for so long. It was amazing. And we need all of the precipitation we can get right now to really help take that Sylvan Lake fire and get it just more and more contained as that precipitation comes our way. But for today, we are expecting a 40% chance of moisture. First thing this morning, temperatures a little bit cooler, a high of 50 degrees around 8 a.m. And then today's high is 72 degrees, partly sunny skies. We are expecting that little wind chill, and then, like I said, 40% chance of those afternoon showers. So if you are getting out to do anything, just make sure that you're staying nice and warm, because those temperatures are just a little bit cooler than what we're used to, but also that you're staying nice and dry. So just make sure you bring your rain gear with you. As we take a look ahead into tonight, 45 degrees is the low, that 15% chance of precipitation, and then that sun is setting still after 8:30 right now, which is absolutely incredible, and some beautiful sunsets that we've been having, especially with that little bit of cloud coverage that we've been seeing later into the night. As we take a look at that I-70 corridor down in Denver, temperatures a little bit warmer, 83 degrees. They're going to see a 50% chance of precipitation, 40% chance of moisture here in Vail, 72 degrees, 79 degrees in Avon with that 40% chance of moisture, and then 81 degrees in Eagle. So both out to the east and to the west of us, those temperatures up into the 80s. As we take a look ahead into the next 5 days, tomorrow we are expecting a 50% chance of precipitation. Saturday, a 30% chance of moisture, those temperatures slowly increasing up into the high 70s. By Sunday for 4th of July, we are expecting those temperatures to be 77 degrees, mostly sunny skies, 25% chance of precipitation. And then into next week, we are expecting those temperatures to maintain those high 70s, but that chance of precipitation just kind of lingering, as we are going to start to see those afternoon showers taking place more and more with the summer continuing. We're going to take a quick break, and then Transition Sports is here to tell us about all of the great deals and things that you can do with them, so stay tuned.
It's the fastest half hour in television. Toyota's Race Week takes you inside the high-speed world of NASCAR. Go behind the scenes for a look into the high adrenaline world of motorsports and hear from your favorite drivers as they discuss the drive to a championship. If you love NASCAR, you won't want to miss Toyota's Race Week.
Each week on the Tech Show, you can look forward to the latest in technology and how you can use it too. We'll also chat with leading experts, and you'll find out if the latest gadget will take my money or not. Don't miss the Tech Show. Tech your local listings.
All aboard!
Step on. Take a look around. And take a listen. Relax to the rhythm of the train on the tracks. For the kids, and the kid in all of us, the Leadville, Colorado and Southern Railroad.
I'm Tyne Morgan, host of U.S. Farm Report, a weekend tradition since 1975. I invite you to join us each week as we shine a light on agriculture today and the great way of life that can only be found in rural America. Our team travels the roads less taken to give you a unique perspective on an industry that is rooted in incredible diversity. Come along for the ride as we showcase how farming and ranching isn't just a profession, it's a way of life.
Welcome aboard. Bobby Laurie and Nikki Noya have your ticket to everything you need for an on-the-go lifestyle. Grab your boarding pass. It's time to jet set.
If you're looking for somewhere to get some great gear, rent some bikes, and so much more, a fabulous local business here in the Vail Valley is Transition Sports, located right here in Chapel Square in Avon. And we've got Stafford Turner, one of the owners here, joining us on the couch this morning. Stafford, thank you so much for coming in.
Hi, Maddie. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great, thanks.
Nice and early this morning.
It is a little early. Glad to be here.
We're excited to have you here only because you're in such a prime location, but also you guys have been around for a very long time.
Yeah, we're really excited. We just made it to our 10-year anniversary, and without the support of all the locals, we wouldn't have been able to do that. So we feel really lucky that we're still here and a part of the community.
I mean, it's absolutely incredible because I know as someone who comes from a ski family, sometimes you just collect so much gear and you don't need all of it. So one of the great things that you guys do is kind of a consignment.
Absolutely. It's really nice to be able to reuse a lot of the equipment that is in the valley. A lot of folks replace their equipment quite often and don't have a use for the old stuff. So we're here to take it in and sell it for you. You can make 60% in cash once we sell your equipment, or if you opt for our store credit option, you can make up to 70% of what your items sell for.
Which is absolutely incredible because you guys right now, summertime, kicking off, you're doing bikes.
Absolutely. Bikes are a hot item right now. Mountain bikes especially. Any mountain bike we're getting in is moving within days of receiving it. And road bikes we also accept. They don't move quite as fast, but we also take those and move them as well. Not only that, we have an e-bike fleet this year that we are renting out. And so if you haven't had a chance to try an e-bike yet, they're super fun. They make everything that much easier. Everybody's sort of on equal ground once you get an e-bike going.
Which, I mean, talk of the town right now are the e-bikes, because they actually made an event at GoPro Mountain Games this year for e-bike races. And so you can get anywhere in the valley on an e-bike. You can go from Avon to Edwards to Eagle Vail, if you please. And, I mean, it's amazing.
It's great. Yeah, I highly recommend it. If you haven't had a chance, you should come by. You should try one as well.
I mean, I would love to come by. I'm just very klutzy, so I gotta watch what I'm doing, or else I will end up with bruises and scabs everywhere.
Well, as they say, it's just like riding a bike. So.
Yeah, I know. I know. I'm just not good at that either. It's unfortunate. And so right now, if people want to come in and they want to rent bikes, is there a way for them to reserve online beforehand, just to make sure that they have it?
At this point, we're not set up for online reservations, but if you want to give us a call, you can definitely do that. We always have someone there that can let you know what we have available at any given time.
And so with the rentals, you are selling people's bikes that they're like, oh, maybe I'm upgrading my bike this year to dual suspension. And they come in and they give you their front suspension. You guys are turning around, making sure they're in great condition, and then selling them, correct?
Absolutely. Yeah, we take care of all of the pricing and that sort of aspect of it. We have a really big database that we can pull off of that we've used in the past. So we can give you an idea of what we think we'll be able to get for it, and we can move forward from there.
Which is so nice because, honestly, that helps the locals out, too, giving them an option to maybe buy something that's a little bit more affordable, especially because everything right now is just blowing up. It's through the roof.
Absolutely. Yeah, and not only do we have the bikes for rent, but we also have one wheels that rent along with those. And if you haven't tried a one wheel, they're also really fun. They're sort of like a snowboard for the summertime. And we also have river tubes for rent. So if you want to get out there on the river and cool off during these hot days, that's another option.
I know, which right now, there was kind of concern about the river with it getting a little bit low, but it's perfect right now to go do some tubing.
Perfect for tubing, absolutely.
Yeah, which is amazing. And you can just drop them right here in Avon and cruise down to Edwards if you want.
You can. We also send a lot of folks up to the State Bridge area where there's some dam-controlled water as well, and that kind of guarantees the flow, which is nice.
Yeah, which is super nice. And it's nice that you guys have kind of recommendations on where you can send people. Do you guys do that with the e-bikes as well if people are looking for a fun ride?
We do. Our main go-to is the bike trail here that goes through town down to Edwards and up to Vail. Makes for a real easy ride, easy to follow, and get you kind of throughout the valley so you can see everything that's going on.
Well, and not only that, but if you were to do a tour of restaurants and stuff on that trail, I mean, once you get to Edwards, it's game on.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And then you have an e-bike, so you're pedaling back with a full stomach and you're not miserable.
You know, if you don't even want to pedal, that's also an option. So that would makes them great.
Oh my gosh, I love, I guess not pedal assist, full-blown electric bikes, which is amazing because they have a throttle.
Absolutely.
Which is so cool. And this is a live look at your website, so this is inside your store. And right now you guys are also in the skateboard kind of industry a little bit too.
We are. We have the Stash Board Shop stashed away inside of Transition Sports. And in the summertime, it's a full-service skate shop. We've got everything you need to get the kids out there. And for the seasoned pro, we've got what you need as well. So we've got completes for the young ones that are just getting started, pads and helmets. And then if you want to build your own skateboard, we have all the different components, trucks, bearings, wheels, and we've got a great staff that's happy to help you set them up. We can grip your boards. Basically, one-stop shop. We can take care of it all.
Which is so incredible because that's something that we started missing here a long time ago.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're able to convert over to a snowboard shop in the winter and provide a new snowboard shop service with bindings and boards and all of that. But then once summer gets here, we ramp it up and we have the largest selection of boards and trucks and all of that in the valley.
I mean, you guys are one of the only few people in the valley that's even doing anything like this, only because that kind of went away a few years ago.
It did. Skateboard shops have been a hard business to keep operating here, but the fact that we've got our consignment shop and our skateboard shop connected has really allowed us to stay in the business and keep a really large selection available for the folks that live in this town.
Which is so exciting because I got into rollerblading last year, and now I'm like, all right, maybe I need to transition my rollerblading into some like longboarding or something.
You know, any of those sports will sort of translate to one another. Once you get the feel for being on wheels, we can keep you going.
Perfect. So where are you guys located? What are your store hours? And if people are interested, especially during 4th of July, so that it's easier to get around town because there's going to be no parking, how can they get e-bikes? How can they get in touch with you to get e-bikes?
Well, they can give us a call for one. It's 970-845-7388. And we are located in Chapel Square, which is the same complex that has Nozawa Sushi and Fiesta Jalisco, the Mexican restaurant. We're right there in the corner underneath the steeple. So if you want to come down and say hi, we'll be there. As far as rentals, if you give us a call beforehand, we can let you know what's available. And we have different programs. We have an hour-long rental, half-day, and full-day rentals. And we can even do multiple-day rentals if that's something that somebody's looking for.
Which is so nice, because then if someone's coming out here maybe for a week and they don't want to rent a car, if they get up to the mountains, then they can just rent an electric bike and get everywhere.
You really can. We've even got a couple of the wagon-style e-bikes that have a crate on the back that you can put either equipment and stuff in, or you can take small children with you, and they're able to hold on. It's really neat.
I mean, or your groceries, even as just a daily commuter to get to and from here to there, it's perfect.
Absolutely.
All right, and then there's a special guest that you guys have at the shop right now.
We do have a new staff member. His name's Timber, and he just joined the crew. He's a 10-week-old golden retriever who is going to spend most of his time at the shop. So if you guys want to come by and see him, he's growing by the day. He's super fun.
I mean, he's to die for cute. When he says a special, like a new staff member, special staff member, this is probably the cutest staff member.
He definitely wins for cuteness on the staff. There's no doubt about it.
Stafford, thank you so much for coming in this morning. Make sure if you're looking to rent an electric bike, or maybe your skateboard needs some new grip tape or anything in between, that you go check out Transition Sports right there in Chapel Square in Avon. Coming up next, we've got more Good Morning Vail, so stay tuned.
I'm Clinton Griffiths, the host of Ag Day Television. Get the latest news about crops, livestock, rural living, and so much more from our award-winning team. Follow the food you eat from the field to the store to your table every day, because what's happening on the farm matters to you and your family. Watch Ag Day weekdays.
adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you.
Follow your favorite extreme sports athletes with the Telly Award-winning show, The Line. If you're an adrenaline junkie and need a daily dose of base jumping, skydiving, highlining, biking, kayaking, and more, then look no further. We've got you covered. Catch JT Holmes, Andy Lewis, Cam Zink, and many more extreme sport athletes here on The Line. Check your local listings for more information.
We are back. Xterra Trail Runs return to Beaver Creek Sunday, July 18th. With 5K, 9K, 18K, and 5x5K relay team races for runners of all ages and skill levels. Even free fun run races for the kids. Sign up today at xterraplanet.com and enter TV8 at checkout for an extra 10% off. Live more.
Maybe you're in the market to buy or sell your home right now, and we've got some great tips and tricks on it coming up, only because it's such a seller's market that right now, if you are looking to move, one, you have to know the risks of not being able to get another place to live right away just because it is such a seller's market, but also the inflation rates on your house could be so much that it would be so worth it to sell, and we're going to take a closer look at that right now.
Low mortgage rates and high demand continue to fuel one of the hottest real estate markets in years, with so many people, particularly millennial homebuyers, searching and in some cases competing for properties. Our guest says having a plan can make a difference between the house you're dreaming about or being left in the cold. Joining us with tips is Arlene Maloney, a Senior Vice President with Wells Fargo Home Mortgage. Arlene, thanks for being here.
My pleasure, Christine. Thanks for having me.
So first off, in your opinion, what continues to drive this incredibly hot home buying market right now?
Well, it is a very incredibly hot market, and there's many factors that are driving it, but a couple of the key factors is number one, millennials. You mentioned it there in your opening, and we're starting to see millennials enter the home buying market at a very rapid pace. This was something that we always knew would happen, and now we're seeing it come to fruition. And then additionally, we're just coming off a pandemic, and, most people like me spent more time in their home than they ever thought possible. And it really reinforced the value of home ownership, as well as the things that our home needed to be used for, and redefining that. But at the end of the day, even though it's a hot market, there's still opportunity out there. It just requires buyers to be patient and to have a plan.
What are some trends you're seeing both nationally and locally, and how quickly are homes selling once they hit the market right now?
Yeah, so things are selling quite quickly. If you look nationally, it's about 17 days. And in your own Park City area there, we're still looking at about 9.5 days. So that is an incredibly robust market. We're seeing tight inventory as well as high demand, and those are combining to make it a seller's market and make it a very competitive marketplace for buyers who are putting in offers. Additionally, adding to that is the historically low interest rate environment we're seeing, which is also creating the ability for buyers to gain more buying power, as well as leading to at times price appreciation in the housing market. But again, this doesn't mean it's not a good time to buy. It just means that buyers need to be patient. They need to be prepared, and they need to be ready to keep trying, because it may take a couple of tries to get the home of your dreams.
Well, exactly. I'm hearing about bidding wars, and it's just really hard right now. And, you mentioned making a plan going into it. What are some tips for planning when there's really a lot out of your control and it's unpredictable?
Yeah, so first of all, it's about education and answering questions. Make sure as a buyer that your questions are all answered. This get with a home mortgage consultant at Wells Fargo Home Mortgage and others in the industry who can answer all those questions, not just about what you'll qualify for, but also about the process itself, because it is confusing and complicated. Secondly, we like to say, find your funds before you find your home. And what we mean by that is get pre-approved and have your pre-approval letter in hand. This is going to provide confidence for buyers as they go out and look at homes, but it's also going to provide a very strong position for them as they start to make offers on homes. And then lastly, prioritize what they want. What are the must-haves versus the nice-to-haves in their new home? And then lastly, I just say, as you have put the time together to put a plan together, make sure you stick to your plan. It will really help sustain you and help you ensure that you end up in a position that can ensure your long-term financial success.
Well, and speaking of planning, how can you plan for the costs with such a big purchase? There can be all those extra closing costs or other things. So what do you need to take into consideration that you might not be thinking about?
Yeah, I think it's a very smart question, and it's important that consumers do have that full knowledge of what they're engaging in and what they're embarking on in diving into home ownership. First of all, meet with a home mortgage consultant to understand what all the costs are going to be associated with purchasing the home. And then secondly, I'd say, talk to them about your down payment. Do you want to put a higher down payment or a lower down payment down? Both have different consequences based on the answer, and you want to make sure that you are equipped to answer that question in the best way possible for your situation. Next, I would say on the payment, be aware that your payments are not just going to be a repayment of your loan, the principal and interest, but you also need to prepare for taxes and insurance and the other costs that are associated with home ownership. And then lastly, when you're a new buyer, don't get out of that savings pattern that got you to this place to be able to buy a home in the first place. There are going to be things that come as surprises, whether it's a leaky dishwasher or a furnace that's about ready to go out. You don't want these costs to catch you off guard and not be aware or prepared for them. At the end of the day, buying a home is an emotional experience, but you want to make sure that your decisions as a buyer are based in fact and education to ensure your financial success.
This is great information for anyone who's buying or selling right now. Where can we find out more about everything we've talked about?
We'd welcome your viewers to go to www.wellsfargo.com/myfirsthome, where they'll find a wealth of tools and information about the home buying process and how to get started.
Well, thank you so much, Arlene, for joining us today. I appreciate this great information, tips for buyers, sellers, all the things to help us navigate this crazy market right now.
Thanks, Christine. Enjoyed our time together.
Each week on the Tech Show, you can look forward to the latest in technology and how you can use it too. We'll also chat with leading experts, and you'll find out if the latest gadget will take my money or not. Don't miss the Tech Show. Tech your local listings.
I'm Tyne Morgan, host of U.S. Farm Report, a weekend tradition since 1975. I invite you to join us each week as we shine a light on agriculture today and the great way of life that can only be found in rural America. Our team travels the roads less taken to give you a unique perspective on an industry that is rooted in incredible diversity. Come along for the ride as we showcase how farming and ranching isn't just a profession, it's a way of life.
Welcome aboard! Bobby Laurie and Nikki Noya have your ticket to everything you need for an on-the-go lifestyle. Grab your boarding pass. It's time to jet set.
Follow your favorite extreme sports athletes with the Telly Award-winning show, The Line. If you're an adrenaline junkie and need a daily dose of base jumping, skydiving, highlining, biking, kayaking, and more, then look no further. We've got you covered. Catch JT Holmes, Andy Lewis, Cam Zink, and many more extreme sport athletes here on The Line. Check your local listings for more information.
A fabulous nonprofit that is intrigued and excited to bring money back to the community, but also bring everyone in the community together for Eagle Ranch. And we've got Julie Berry here first thing this morning. Julie, thank you so much for coming in.
Good morning. Oh, it's great to be back again. Thank you.
I mean, I'm excited just because you guys are not only so busy, but you're excited to be giving back to the community and you're getting people out and about again.
Absolutely. We are so excited to be open again. It's been a busy opening season. We've had some wonderful organizations out enjoying the ranch. We were very proud to host the Vail Health on Monday night to do an employee appreciation for all of the amazing work that our healthcare workers did during the COVID season. So in 2 different shifts, we served a total of 600 people on Monday night. So they had 300 and then another 300, and they came out for games and dinner, and it was just really exciting to see them, be honored and to enjoy just getting out of the hospital and relaxing and being with their families. So that was really special. We did that. Last week we had 150 kids there for a week-long summer camp.
Wow.
So that was pretty exciting to see all the kids running all over the ranch and just having a great time, being kids.
Yeah.
Just having fun being kids. And then we also, last night was really fun. Vail Recreation District has been doing this race forever. It's called Hammer in the Hay. And they have a children's race that goes all over the ranch up through the meadows, why it's called Hammer in the Hay. And then there's a professional race we had professional racers that were in. I was talking to a couple of racers last night that were from Washington State.
Wow.
And they were in preparing for some finals that are going on through this race tour. I don't really understand all the racing world, but they were there. And then there was an amateur race afterwards. So we had 3 different races, had an award ceremony. And then last night was Wednesday night, so that's when we do our $10 burger and beer special. So we had about 300 people at the ranch last night. Yep, there you are. And Nick Steingart was our band last night, so we had live music, and it was great. We had about 300 people there last night. So it was really fun.
Yeah, I mean, such a great way to bring the community back together after such a lull in activities.
Exactly.
The fact that you guys are, 1, open again is amazing. 2, you're inviting so many people to just come and be part of the community. And then at the end of all of it, really, ultimately, these people are giving back to the community by coming to see you guys at 4 Eagle.
Absolutely, because we are a foundation, and all of our profits go into our foundation and then are reinvested back in the community. And each year we give about $500,000 away in both in-kind gifts and in cash contributions. So, we're just excited to be part of this valley and to see people coming out and enjoying it. So come out for Wednesday night, burger and beer. It's a fun time. And the center of our activities this summer, other than our contracted events, which are in the event center, is the Nelson Cabin, which is a really cool story. It's a 130-year-old log cabin that was originally situated in Minturn.
Wow.
And was taken apart log by log, marked, brought to 4 Eagle Ranch, and reconstructed there. And that is the hub of all of our, our ranch hospitality. So that's where the burger and beer was, and that's where our 4 Eagle Grill is, which is open Monday through Saturday for people to come out and enjoy, get something to eat while you're doing horseback riding or zip line or side-by-side horseback riding. We have a winery on site. There's just a lot to do at 4 Eagle, so you can make it a daily destination and just come spend the day and enjoy a little bit of the Western experience.
Which I absolutely love. And not only that, but you can do the carriage ride dinner.
Yes, absolutely. That's on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We have a wagon ride dinner from 7 to 9. Great family fun. Again, we have live entertainment. It's hosted right there in our Nelson Cabin. And we have a beautiful wagon that's drawn by 2 Percheron draft horses. They actually were born on the ranch almost 5 years ago. They've been in training, kind of going from being children to adolescent to almost being adults. They're just gorgeous, 2 black Percherons, and they have been shown in all kinds of competitions and have won every award that they've entered here in Colorado and also in Wyoming. So we're really proud of them, and their names are Willie and Waylon, and they're great. So they pull our wagon, and we have one of the Eagle County Rodeo Queens, Brielle, is the hostess for that wagon ride, and she will tell you all about the ranch. She'll help load you on the ranch and go out there and explain about horses and horsemanship and everything else. So it's not only fun, I think kids that are from the city come out and go, wow, I didn't know all this stuff about a ranch and horses, and so it's cool.
I mean, even growing up here in Eagle County and being so involved in the ski industry, it's really cool for me to come and learn all of these things because I'm like, wow, look at this horse. It's so big and beautiful.
Yeah, they are. They're absolutely gorgeous.
And
so.
I mean, what incredible creatures they are,
yeah,
too.
Yeah.
So that's on Thursday nights. So Wednesday night?
Wednesday's burger and beer. Thursday, Friday, Saturday is wagon ride dinner, and the grill is open every day but Sunday.
And you guys also have a plethora of games to come. So if someone is coming to enjoy some burgers, some beer, you guys have the axe throwing, you have cornhole, you have so much going on there.
Yeah, there's lots to do. We got volleyball, and it's really cool just to see the kids run around. Just run around and be kids. It's neat. And last night was crazy because we had bicycles everywhere. There were bicycles and people everywhere last night, but it was really fun. And it's great to team with the rec district. It really is. We had small champions there 2 weeks ago doing activities, so it's just fun. It's fun to partner with the community.
It is fun to partner with the community, but you guys are also doing those private events, so like hosting the Vail Health.
Yes.
And if someone wants to get married there,
That's right. We have a wedding on Saturday.
Absolutely beautiful.
Beautiful wedding. The ceremony will be out on the lawn looking right up at the mountains. And then the reception will be in the event center, but all of the big garage doors open up, and so you kind of feel like you're indoor and outdoor at the same time. So, so we have a wedding on Saturday. So this has been a really super busy week for us.
A super busy week. And where you guys are located and being surrounded by the mountains, I mean, it is the perfect place.
And it's not really that far out when you think about it. We're just Highway 70, take it, get off at Walcott like you're going to Steamboat, 4 miles up north, and we're right there. And that's why we're called Four Eagle Ranch. We're 4 miles north of the Eagle River. And this ranch was actually started in 1885, so it's an old historic ranch. And it was called Four Eagle because it was 4 miles from the Eagle River. And it was a huge cattle and sheep operation. And so they would gather all the sheep and cattle there and then drive them down to the rail yard, put them on the trains, and off they would go. But the ranch was actually one of the largest ranches in Colorado, and the grazing rights went all the way from Walcott to the Eisenhower Tunnel. Think about that how long that was. So today the ranch is only 1,100 acres, 1,100 acres, but that was a huge ranching operation. Yeah.
I mean, from Walcott
could you imagine?
To Eisenhower Tunnel, even driving that, you're in the car for at least an hour.
I know, isn't that something? So that's how big the ranch was. So
wow.
It's beautiful.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So, such a good little piece of history right here in the community.
And it's really, we've got some of the old original settlers' cabins that are there, so you can walk around and peek in and see really how tiny these little structures were that people used to live in, and how a whole family was in a one-room cabin. So there's a little bit of history that you can enjoy out there as well.
Which is absolutely incredible. So make sure that if you are looking to do something fun, you go to the website, because here it is. Look at how beautiful the ranch is. And you book whatever you need to. Maybe you just want to have a date night, or maybe this is a special spot and it holds a special place in your heart and this is where you want to get married. Or maybe you just want to have a family reunion.
Yes. And we do a lot of those. We've got several of those. We have our carriage house, which is about a 120-year-old structure. We actually use that for more intimate dining. So if you want, and we're hosting several family reunion dinners, because where can you go in the valley and bring in 40 or 50 people? The restaurants just can't handle that.
Yeah.
So we do a private dinner for them right there. If they want to do a private wagon ride, we'll take them out on the wagon as well. So we've got several of those going on this summer also. So book a family reunion. We're open for all kinds of holiday parties as well during the winter. In the winter, we go to sleigh ride dinners. And so we get rid of the wagon, we hook up the horses to a sleigh, and we go out, in the beautiful snow. It's gorgeous out there.
I mean, I can only imagine. Julie, thank you so much for coming in this morning and giving us all this great information. Make sure if you're looking for a fun date night or just a fun night to get out there with your friends that you go to FourEagleRanch.com. You look at all of their activities that they have coming up, because $10 burgers and beers on Wednesdays, and then you can do the wagon ride Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. Coming up next, we've got so much more. Good Morning Vail, so stay tuned.
I'm Clinton Griffiths, the host of Ag Day Television. Get the latest news about crops, livestock, rural living, and so much more from our award-winning team. Follow the food you eat from the field to the store to your table every day. because what's happening on the farm matters to you and your family. Watch Ag Day, weekdays.
For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big Worlds. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you.
Follow your favorite extreme sports athletes with the Telly Award-winning show, The Line. If you're an adrenaline junkie and need a daily dose of base jumping, skydiving, highlining, biking, kayaking, and more, then look no further. We've got you covered. Catch JT Holmes, Andy Lewis, Cam Zink, and many more extreme sport athletes here on The Line. Check your local listings for more information.
All aboard!
Step on. Take a look around. And take a listen. Relax to the rhythm of the train on the tracks. For the kids, and a kid in all of us. The Leadville, Colorado and Southern Railroad.
It's that time of year to go shopping for some beautiful new accessories, and we've got Lance Fry from Betteridge Jewelers. Lance, I've missed you.
It's good to see you. Good to be back. It's great to see you.
It's good to have you back. I used to be so excited. I would get to interview Lance, and it would be like, yes, best day ever.
What did you bring? What did we see today?
Tell me all of the pretty things.
We can do that.
It's exciting to have you back.
Thank you. It's very exciting to be back. It's fun to talk about this stuff and come in and show it off, and it's great to be here.
I know. Well, and it's fun for me to learn about this stuff only because I'm still in the phase where I'm like, I'm going to buy that $60 turquoise ring. And so I'm always like, wow, I'm so amazed by this.
And I can bring all this information just because maybe I've been around it for quite some time.
I mean, he's the jewelry expert here in the Valley.
All
right, so you brought some pretty
I brought some fun
stones.
stuff. So Betteridge is, we're in the Solaris. We've been around, the company's been around since 1897.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's been around for quite some time. In the 1700s, the Betteridge family started in the UK and were silversmiths, immigrated to the US and started a jewelry store in New York. Then in the 1950s-ish, they moved to Greenwich, Connecticut, to the suburbs, and that's where the home is, like the home store is, the Betteridge family lives. And there's 4 stores. There's Vail, Aspen, Palm Beach, and then Greenwich, Connecticut. So we get to carry a bunch of fun stuff, great watches, jewelry, and today I brought some fun stuff for you to see.
I know. The color of these stones are
Stones
amazing.
are great. I want to talk about this, and then we're going to end on this, because this is really interesting things, I think. So this piece here is the watch itself. We carry Cartier watches, and we're lucky to be able to carry Cartier watches. We don't carry the jewelry, but we do have watches. This is a very traditional looking piece. I mean, you don't get more traditional than this. This is very iconic Cartier, very simple round watch. This is made in rose gold. And if you can see the little crown, that is a sapphire that's set in the crown. So it's a little cabochon cut sapphire. And any of their precious metals always has a sapphire set in the crown, or a diamond probably. But this one is a sapphire. Definitely more larger. This is 40 millimeter, probably more of a men's size. It's a mechanical movement, so you need to wind this every day. And that little lever there, that you see on the bottom, is a power reserve, this little right there. And it tells you how much energy you have in your watch before you have to wind it again. So,
which is so cool.
It's a very cool little feature, so you always know when you need to wind it. Maybe it's every 24 hours, maybe every 36, depending on what you put into it. So that is a beautiful Cartier piece that we've just got in. Something completely different, more sporty, international watch company. This is a fun piece. This is definitely sporty. It's a bigger watch. This is 43 millimeters. This piece is brand new. IWC just launched this one. It's a great, just kind of simple piece. Blue dial. Everything is about blue dials right now. There's no date function on this. It just tells time, which is nice and clean. This is an automatic movement. So movement of your wrist is going to wind this thing. It's going to keep it going perpetually. If you just keep wearing it, you're going to be able to wear this forever. So that's the IWC. And now the fun stuff.
The fun stuff. Except for we need to take a minute to appreciate the watches, only because they are such an incredible piece of artwork with all of the teeny tiny little gears that go into them and everything that makes them exactly what they are. And I feel like, I mean, especially now that you can buy like an Apple Watch, there's just so much you can do on your wrist, but these timeless pieces, like you have a watch on right now, that just brings your outfit together.
This is a Panerai, actually, and we do carry Panerai as well in store. This one's about 18 years old. I still love it. I wear it every day. And you're right. It's what's interesting about these timepieces, it's about what's happening inside. It's about the movement that is handcrafted and what's operating these things and keeping time. Of course, the exterior, the aesthetic of a watch is extremely important, and that's what really draws people to it. But the real heart of this piece is what's going on the inside. And these handmade pieces that are all from everything we're looking at is actually Switzerland here, of course, because that's where everything is done. All the best craftsmen who are in the timepiece, luxury timepiece industry are in Switzerland. So that's absolutely right. What you're saying is what's on the inside and makes these really special. Absolutely.
I mean, and if you have ever seen a watch taken apart, anyone, they are the tiniest little gears, and it's just like, how crazy that it's so fragile, but it's also so durable, and just such a work of art.
We're lucky enough also to have a watchmaker in store.
Wow.
So we have a watchmaker certified. He's been trained, educated in New York, and he is in our store, and he takes these all apart, cleans them, puts them all back together, make sure they're running within specifications. And you're right, the tiniest of a screw, which you can barely see, he's working on. It is incredible. You're absolutely right.
Okay, sorry, I just had to derail us
that's
there for a
good.
second because I'm always so impressed, and sometimes you come in and you have so much knowledge about the watches that I'm just like, wow, what an incredible...
Yeah, and I'll be sure to bring more. So we have some other interesting ones that are coming in, and we can maybe even see the back, the inside of it. A lot of them have exhibition backs. These are all closed backs, but some of the pieces we have, you can see the movements. I'll bring them tomorrow.
Oh my gosh, perfect. Please do, because that's so exciting. Okay, now we can step over to the pretty
Now the jewelry
stuff.
side.
Yes.
Okay, so we love our jewelry at Betteridge. We have our watches. I brought some interesting pieces, and first and foremost, this one is probably one of the most beautiful antique cut, cushion cut diamonds that I have ever seen. This is a very unique cut. This is probably cut in the 1920s and 1930s, the center stone is. It has a very interesting cut, which the modern diamonds do not have. It has very large culettes and very large cuts, facets, so it makes it very unique. This one's a 5 carat, it's an E-color VS1, a top quality stone that has history to it. The ring itself, the setting, is not from the 30s, but just the stone is. So this is a stone that's been kind of set, updated for today, is really kind of what this piece is.
I mean, and just that stone itself right here in front of my face is memorizing. Like
you're kind of staring into it.
I'm just like, wow, look at how it sparkles at literally every possible
It absolutely
angle.
does that. It's a stunner. You will not see this one very often. It's very hard to find a diamond like this. This cut is just that unique.
Okay, so this is a rare piece that if someone is seeing this right now,
it is a rare piece.
You need to come and get it.
Come and get it, because we won't have another one of these.
Yeah, okay, so then we're going to transition away from just
into
the
color.
Solid. Yes.
So this is, Robert Prokop is the designer of these pieces. And what makes this kind of interesting, Robert Prokop is out of Beverly Hills. He specializes in colored stones. All of his color stones are natural. So when they come out of the earth, they're of course in raw form. He cuts the stones, and then this is the color of them. There's no enhancements done to the color. You can enhance stones to get better, deeper color. These are all natural. What's interesting about these are Montana sapphires. These are actually mined in Montana, which is fairly rare because most of the sapphires come from all over the world, and very rarely do they come from the U.S. These are from Montana, and they have this very unique green-blue color, and they're never big. They're very small, well, relatively small, I guess I should say. But this is all from them, and this is a brand new collection that he just sent to us. We're doing a trunk show with him, not this weekend, but the following weekend. So we're going to have a ton more of his merchandise, and we're really excited to see it. But as far as rarity, again, this is something that's very rare. I think he's made probably 4 or 5 rings ever with Montana Sapphire, and this is the first bracelet he's done in it. So it's pretty cool. If you're ever through, stop in and take a look at the color. It might be kind of hard to, that looks great.
I mean, amazing. And this color is so pretty because that typical sapphire is such a deep color. And these with that lighter tint to them and that kind of mix between the blue and the green, it's perfect.
It makes it very unique. A little more muted. It's beautiful. I agree.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so if people want to come in and see you, what are your hours? When can people come visit you?
We're open 10 to 6, Tuesday through Saturday. We are closed on Sundays and Mondays, and we're in the Solaris on the lowest level.
Oh my gosh, Lance, thank you so much for coming in.
Great to see you.
Make sure if you need any jewelry needs, or maybe it's time to upgrade your watch, you see Lance at Betteridge Jewelers, because I mean, look at these stones. They're absolutely breathtaking. Coming up next, we've got some more Good Morning Vail, so stay tuned.
Welcome to Street Magic. I'm Elizabeth Stanton with some of the most terrifying stunts, extraordinary extreme escapes, and the most amazing cutting-edge magicians you'll ever see in one show. Get ready to have your mind turned inside out. The hand is definitely quicker than the eye.
It's fake!
For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you.
Follow your favorite extreme sports athletes with the Telly Award-winning show, The Line. If you're an adrenaline junkie and need a daily dose of base jumping, skydiving, highlining, biking, kayaking, and more, then look no further. We've got you covered. Catch JT Holmes, Andy Lewis, Cam Zink, and many more extreme sport athletes here on The Line. Check your local listings for more information.
It's the fastest half hour in television. Toyota's Race Week takes you inside the high-speed world of NASCAR. Go behind the scenes for a look into the high adrenaline world of motorsports and hear from your favorite drivers as they discuss the drive to a championship. If you love NASCAR, you won't want to miss Toyota's Race Week.
No, you're good. With the Town of Minturn, we've got Cindy here, and they've got so many exciting events coming up. Cindy, thank you so much for coming in this morning.
Thank you for having me.
I mean, I'm super excited because your 4th of July kicks off on Friday.
Yes.
So there's events every day this weekend, but Friday in Minturn, which Minturn is just one of the cutest, most quaint little towns in all of Eagle County.
We certainly think so. Yes. But yes, this weekend really kicks off our summer of events, and we're just really pleased to be able to do events again and be able to kind of get back to normal. So we're excited. Tomorrow, Friday, is our Independence Day celebration, and we are doing live music in a few different locations. So we're going to have an early set at the Saloon. We have the Tim and Christine duo playing there from 5 to 7. Hard Scrabble will be playing at the Bunkhouse Deck. And then 7 to 9, Rewind will be performing at Little Beach Park. And then we have a late set back at the Saloon from 9 to 11, Mike Wheeler. And these are all local musicians. So we're pleased to be able to have local musicians at the event and just get back to having some live music happening. So that will all happen tomorrow. And then Saturday kicks off our first market of the season. The market season runs July 3rd through September 4th. So Independence Day weekend through Labor Day weekend, essentially, holiday to holiday. And we have a wide variety of vendors again this year at the market, and we won't be quite back to a full-size market, but it will be more than last year, and so it is growing and kind of moving back towards a normal market. So we've got a great lineup of vendors for that. And to kick off the first market this Saturday, we're actually doing a kids bike parade. So that will happen at 8:30 on Saturday. There's more information on our website if you want to participate. And it doesn't have to be a bike. It can be more or less, I guess, anything on wheels aside from a car. But we've had kids come on skateboards in the past and kickboards, tricycles, whatever you can come up with. But that will happen Saturday at 8:30. Whoever wants to participate should meet at Minturn Town Hall. And the Minturn Community Fund is putting this on for us. So they will organize everybody, and they'll ride through town a little bit and then ride through the market. So we're really happy to be able to do that. And then the market runs from 9 to 2. Oh, yes, there's the Kids Bike Parade flyer. Again, that's available on our website at minturn.org and also on our social media. And then the market is 9 to 2, and that's every Saturday through Labor Day weekend, rain or shine.
Which is amazing. And the Minturn market, I mean, I love all of the markets that take place, but the Minturn market, I feel like, has such a unique feel to it that I love it so much.
Well, thank you. Yes. And we have a lot of the same, vendors that come back year after year. We've had literally some of our vendors have been coming since the beginning. This is our 23rd season.
Wow.
So it's a great market, and we think people will really enjoy it. And then in addition to that, we also have yoga in the park starting every market Saturday. So there is community yoga at Little Beach Park. It is donation based, but that happens from 9:30 to 10:30 every market Saturday. And in addition to that, on Fridays, I should mention First Fridays, because that will be happening tomorrow as well. The Minturn Community Fund and the Vail Valley Art Guild partnered to put on First Fridays. That happens right downtown next to Rocky Mountain Taco. They do an art exhibition reception every first Friday of the month. So not every Friday, but that will be happening tomorrow and then the first Friday of every month going forward. And we're also getting ready to kick off our summer concert series. So many things going on. The summer concerts, if you're not familiar, will start next Thursday, July 8th, and those will run through August 19th. And those are free concerts featuring various artists. Those happen at Little Beach Park, and those are from 6 to 8 on Thursdays.
I mean, so Minturn, back in action,
yes.
Full blown.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's absolutely amazing just because we've had such a long year of not getting to do very much to now everything is in the full swing, which is so awesome because those concerts that happen at Little Beach Park are breathtaking. Is the best way to put it.
Well, it certainly helps that we have a nice setting there. Yes, it's beautiful. It's right on the river. You have views of the mountains. It's such a great setting, and the artists love it as well. So it's not hard to get people to want to come perform there. And we're very fortunate to be able to feature. Again, some local artists, but also we do have some of the artists that we had booked for last year that we had to cancel, unfortunately, with COVID. So we're bringing them in this year. So looking forward to that. And that's not even everything, but we also have drive-in movies. The Blue Starlight drive-in movies will be happening again. And we're bringing back some garden parties. We're going to do some live music at the community gardens a few times this summer as well. So the first one of that is actually happening July 13th, Tuesday, July 13th. So there's something happening all the time.
Yeah, I mean, you can have a very busy week in Minturn, and the best part is if you live in Minturn, everything is in such close walking distance.
Absolutely. You can walk or bike pretty much anywhere in Minturn. And even if you're not in Minturn, depending on where you live, you probably can. I live in Eaglevale, and I sometimes bike over. So it's definitely, we encourage people to walk or bike for the larger events, especially because parking might be somewhat limited. For Independence Day, if you're driving in, and for the markets, we encourage people to utilize the public parking in the municipal lot, which is over past the saloon. And that's going to be your best bet. There is obviously some in-town street parking, but that can be challenging at times. So definitely encourage the municipal parking, or if you live close enough, we definitely encourage you to walk or bike if you can.
Oh my gosh, Cindy, thank you so much for coming in first thing this morning, giving us all this great information. Make sure if you're looking to kick off your 4th of July the correct way, you go check out the Independence Day celebrations in Minturn taking place tomorrow. So much live music and That late night concert at the Saloon sounds like a absolute blast. We are out of time for today's Good Morning Vail episode. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. We'll be live from 7 to 8 again to kick off your 4th of July celebrations with the Independence Day. Happy Thursday, everyone.
Hey there, everybody. I'm Elizabeth Hart.
And I am Mitch English. We welcome you to Daily Flash. It's your source for news, entertainment, and everything in between. And we're going to